So, let me get this straight. In order to celebrate Valentine's Day, we have to review the Season 2 episode Hearts and Hooves Day?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the big rules of being a brewing analyst. Reviewing their holiday specials on their respective holidays.
Awesome! That means we get to take a break from Season 4. At least for the moment.
There's just one problem, though. How exactly can we do a split perspective on this episode when it's completely out of your perspective? That's where I come in, old chops.
Who are you?
My apologies, dear sirs. Let me introduce myself. I am Fancy Masquerade, the sophisticated of the mind, and writer and narrator of the Magical Tree story. Oh yeah, I remember you. It was after you wrote that horrid, excusable review of the Sonic fan film, Fandoom.
So anyway, off topic, but what are you doing here?
Well, I heard you were doing a review of an episode from Season 2, so I figured to make it interesting that I do it with you. Okay, and your reference critics? None for me, I thank thee. I'll be a proper observer of the fine mystery. Very well, Dr. Seuss. So anyway, here is Hearts and Hooves Day. So, we start at the CMC headquarters, where said team, composed of Apple Bloom, Sweetville, and Scootaloo, are making their hearts for the pony holiday. Sad Heart is for Miss Charity, the nicest teacher that the world's ever seen. And after that, they learn that Shirley doesn't have a special sun pony, and they make it their mission to find this perfect stallion. Note, all songs will be withheld until the musical judgment. They then decide on Big Mac, and try to make this couple canon. And after one failed attempt, they run into Pre-Eloquent Twilight, who explains to us the history behind this holiday, and reveals the love potion was involved, and gives the book to the Phillies, without any suspicion at all. Wow! You're really treating this plot like it's skimmed milk. Well, I have to keep my reviews under 15 minutes now, don't I?
So, they make the love potion and then lure Shirley and Mac over, where they apparently know what's up, but humor them anyway and drink the potion as its effects start to take toll. Seriously, you both knew what the plan was. Why did you just leave? You didn't have to humor them. Anyway, then the most annoying thing takes place. To the audience anyway. Truth be told, while it is mind-numbing hearing all this baby talk, I can easily walk
past it and still enjoy it. So anyway, they go back to the headquarters and then take a look at the book again, only to find out that they accidentally gave the couple a love poison rather than a potion.
Now, will me and Mr. Answer this. How did Twilight and the CMC misread that? Maybe this whole episode wouldn't have happened if they just saw what it was truly saying.
Well, I'll answer the first part of the question for both of you. The CMC are only kids and might not know how to fully comprehend reading. The kids might not have fully understood what they were reading, and they simply made a little mistake. But I do agree with both of you that there's no way a bookworm like Twilight would make such a silly misread. Basically, this was all done because that's what the plot wanted. And what's even more stupid is how it's reversed. See, if Shirley and Big Mac manage to stay out of sight for an hour, it'll wear off. So, they get the idea to have them plan a way so that the couple is able to stay out of sight for a while. But it doesn't last long as Big Mac gets away and, through the power of love, can't be stopped by heavy objects. Mac makes it to the Carousel Boutique, where Shirley is, and escapes from. But that doesn't stop the spell from wearing off, and everything is back to the way it was.
That is until Just for Psychics aired and Jan made shorts with the same formula. But at least Big Mac was smart in that one.
So that was the story. Now for the writing. Well, the dialogue sure was alright for both Big Mac and Shirley. In fact, I think they stole the show.
Exactly my problem. When it started, I didn't mind it in the slightest. But when they started talking through the love poison, it started getting irritating. If people would ask why I didn't have a girlfriend, I would point to this episode and every episode of D2 known to mankind to explain it.
Hello, my dear fandom. We have to take under consideration that Megan might have never intended for this to happen. It's a first-time mistake that I'm sure she'll learn from in the next time she writes something like this.
I sure hope that's not the case.
Now let's talk about the music. In which case, for the first time, we get to talk about a song, The Perfect Stallion. Now this will be where I reference some points from my reference critic, JBoy88. Though he was disappointed by the song, he did have some positives. For example, it has a very upbeat melody, and has a couple good voice actresses performing, considering the fact that Apple Bloom's voice actress does Sweet Belle singing voice. And I can easily agree with those points. Now about the humor, it's pretty hit and miss. I'm pretty sure people love to chuckle at the citizens' annoyances with the baby talk that comes out of Charity's and Big Mac's mouths. But I'm pretty sure that was all there is.
Yeah, there definitely wasn't a scene or two that was used over and over because they were a lot of funny.
Finally, we have to look at the overall animation of the entire episode. And it's certainly something worth looking back at. My favorite animation is the animation composed in The Perfect Stallion.
What about it? It's nothing more than a song written to fill the plot. Not to mention that the animation for the love poison and the couple affected by it is very bland.
Well, I have to disagree with both of you. Here's my opinion, which will subdue. The animation, I'd say, is quite okay. So it makes the episode perfect for a holiday like Valentine's Day. Very well. So now that we're all here, we're going to be scoring the episode. For me, I give it a 7 out of 10. I like the song. It certainly was better than their last song, where they sang the whole thing off key. Plus its moral, where you can't meddle with matters that aren't any of your business, is quite a decent moral that anyone can learn.
Well, I think it's awful. It has annoying dialogue with bland animation. Plus the song is not that good. It's a CNC playing matchmaker and judging based on looks instead of personality. Like who does that?
Says the guy who judged Ring the Rocks based on a 54-second teaser.
Anyway, if you're curious of my overall score, well, I'll go ahead and score this episode like I score other romantic love stories. A 2 out of 10.
And now I'll add those scores, and overall, this episode is a 9-star episode. Well, if I were to properly give this episode justice, I'd go ahead and give it a 3-star rating. It's not a good episode per se, but it's not a bad episode either. The song is adorable. There's some moments that actually warrant a laugh out of me. And like I said on animation, it's perfect when you're speaking the language of love and tolerance. And that is why Hearts and Hooves Day is an okay episode in my eyes. Well, thank you for joining the club, Fancy Masquerade. We hope to see you again. Oh, don't worry. We'll meet again soon, when Halloween comes by in the afternoon. Until then, I entrust the show to you two. So until next time, I bid you all adieu. Well, with that, it's back to Season 4 with Castlemania. This is Handsome Charmer.
And Fandom.
And Happy Valentine's Day, every pony.